Good morning. We are on day 74 through our journey through the Bible. Today's reading is Numbers chapter 22, verse 21 through 41, Numbers 23, Luke chapter 1, verse 57 through 80, Psalms chapter 58, verse 1 through 11, Proverbs chapter 11, verse 12 through 13. And here we are again, going through Numbers, and this was the story between Balaam and Balak kept, asking Balaam to curse the Israelites, and, God, Balaam wouldn't do it because God interfered, and this is a story with, Balak is calling for Balaam to come to him so that he can curse Israel, and the Lord was like, no, he won't let him go, so he didn't go. And then they kept coming for him, and they kept coming for him, so God was like, go ahead and go with them, but you can only say what I tell you to say. And so he went with them, and on the way, the angel of the Lord, he was hot and became angry against Balaam for going with the men. And so he's walking, and he appears to him, and the angel of the Lord appears before him, and he's got his sword drawn, and the donkey sees him, and the donkey turns away. And then Balaam strikes the donkey, and this happened three times. It happened three times. And the angel of the Lord stood in front of the donkey, and the donkey saw the angel of the Lord and was like, nope, and went the other way. And finally, on the third one, he was nowhere to go, because he ended up leaving. The first one, he left the road and entered the vineyard, and the eagles hit him. The second time, he entered a ravine, and there's stone walls on the other side, so he couldn't go to left and right. And he ended up crushing Balaam's foot on the stone wall. So Balaam struck the donkey with his stick. And then the third time, when the angel of the Lord appeared before the donkey, and it was nowhere for him to go, so the donkey laid down, right? And Balaam was angry at the donkey, and he was like, man, if I had a sword in my hand, I would have killed you. And then the Lord opened the donkey's mouth, and the donkey spoke and says, why are you hitting me? Why are you hitting me? Have I ever done these things to you before? He's like, have I been your donkey for your entire life? Up until now? Why are you striking me? And then that's when the angel of the Lord showed himself appear. He appeared because Balaam didn't see it, only the donkey did. But then he opened the donkey's mouth, and the donkey spoke to him like, dude, stop hitting me. I'm trying to save your life. And God is like, surely this donkey, why are you hitting the donkey? If he had not turned away from me, surely I would have killed you. So again, he just reiterated to him that, hey, you can go with these people and say what you have to say, but you're only going to say what I tell you to say. Nothing more. You're just going to say what I say to say. So I love that story. All right, I love that story. So, it just shows that I look at it as our willful attempt to continue on the path that we are doing, even though God has a different path for us, and we're just like, no, I'm going to do it my way. And he says, no, you're going to do it my way. And we're like, no, I'm going to do it my way. And God's like, no, you're going to do it my way. And then we're just insistent, and we just go forth to do it our way. And then we're just like, God's like, no, you're going to do it my way. He's like, yeah, no, my way. There's only one way to do things. That's his way. Right? And I guess that's why that story brings so much humor to me. I like that story. All right? But how true is that? We're just so insistent on doing things our own way, right? But it's not your way. It's God's way, right? And just recognize that and know that, you're going to do it God's way. You can do it either way. You can do it, and be counted righteous for following and be obedient to God, or you can do it and be not. You're still going to do it. Right? You're still going to do it. You're still going to do it according to his will. Well, it doesn't matter how you go about making that transition. That's uniquely you. But if you just submit to the will of God and to God himself and seek him, he will guide your path. He will put those words in your mind and those words out of your mouth so that you can go and say the things and do the things that he wants you to do. And he promises that you're going to have an abundant life. That was the purpose of seeking him, to not seek nor rely on your own understanding, but seek his will and his understanding for your life. And he will bless you and keep you where you have to go. All right, and that's just what it is. All right, so anyway, I thought that was very humorous, and I enjoyed that story. And look, check it out. It's there. All right. Love you guys. Love one another. God is love. God is great. Always. Go with God. Stay with God.